We're doing the summer fall set. We're going to start with swinging of the arms. Stay within a comfortable range. And last week, Margaret was asking about how do you breathe with the swinging of the arms? And yeah, when you're doing quick things, it's difficult to apply the breath regulation. So simply what I like to do, one of the techniques I like to do is just take a deep breath, inhaling. And then just naturally exhale, just let it out. And just with that, you're already starting to incorporate breath. Eventually find a rhythm for yourself. Turn to the side. So I'm alternating. I'm going up and down with a few repetitions, and then I'm going sideways with a few repetitions as well. Just trying to provide my shoulder girdle and torso, the upper part of the torso, provide it with some diversity and movement. Let's incorporate the legs now. So when you turn to the side, you can go out of your parallel feet position and turn the toes and the feet to the direction you're facing. And then we're going to lift one heel, lift the toe, lift heel, lift the toe as we bow the spine, open and close the spine. Let's change sides. Okay, that might have got the heart rate up, lung rate going. So we just bring it back down slowly. Connecting back to breath, bringing the heart rate down. A couple of deep breaths here, bring the lung rate down. Okay, we're going to turn to the side again. Find the stance that's comfortable, or a width rather, that's comfortable for you. And let's start our rocking motion. Forward and back. We're going to go into pulling the bow from here. As we've been exploring momentum and movement, opening and closing, we're again utilizing the lower body's energy to help facilitate the upper body's opening. So let's go ahead and raise the hands now. make a comfortable fist for yourself. Firstly, just let the arms and shoulders feel the momentum of the body. And just let them naturally settle in with the momentum. We're closing on exhale. Inhale, open. Remember, slow, smooth, and continuous. Let's go ahead and turn to the other side if you haven't already. Now, as we get the tissues a little bit warmed up, we can start to stretch the torso, upper torso more, pulling the elbows back, pressing the elbows to and toward one another, pulling the elbows back, just getting that front chest open, touching the elbows, getting the back open. And just find that nice, comfortable pace for yourself. Now let's come back to center. Let's come back to center. Let's find the feet at a comfortable parallel shoulder width stance. And let's use just simply bending the knees to facilitate closing of the chest. And then standing tall, extending the legs to open the chest. Stand tall, open, sink the weight, bend the knees, exhale, close. And you want to see if you can time and coordinate and utilize gravity with your closing, descending position and rising, opening movement and position. Sinking, bending the knees, falling, using that to close smoothly, standing tall, open smoothly. And there is a spinal wave, a spinal undulation in this movement as well. If you know that, if you can feel that, integrate it. Good. Let's come back to center. Find your last repetition. Close the arms and let the hands slowly descend. Control the descent as you stand up. Let the shoulders relax, elbows relax, wrists and fingers relax. Deep breath, few breath cycles here. Okay, let's go to the windlass. Again, we're going to turn to the side. Our hands are going to stay about shoulder width apart. We're going to make our soft Tai Chi fist. As we're grabbing the handle, or if you like to think of an oar and you're rowing a boat, that's good as well. Coordinating movement, sitting back, pulling, and rocking forward, extending. Doesn't matter which direction you go, per se. You want to try to smoothly coordinate arms, legs for a full body movement. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. See if you can get a sense of the movement coming from the feet. Keeping the feet flat. You might utilize the tailbone. Put some attention and mind into your tailbone to help facilitate shifting forward and back a little easier. That might help. If you haven't already, go ahead and change to the other side. Let's come back to center. Slowly bringing the movement to a close. We're just going to take a quick pause here. Reconnecting with the breath, bringing the heart rate down, lung rate down if need be. And we're going to do this movement again, but we're going to visit our infinity pattern. And I'm going to show you how we do that. Always got to get the right angle here. Okay, so we're switching back and forth. I'm going to be rocking to this side. I'm going to be rocking to this side because I want to connect the windlass from one side to the other. Notice I'm still doing a yang circle. I'm going to switch legs. Go to yang circle here. Switch legs. So I go 1. And then I'm using infinity pattern to connect to 1 on the other side. See the figure 8. Other side. Trying to keep it continuous from one side to the other. Now let me change the view. I showed you the hands. Let me change the view so that you can see how the footwork is. Okay. This is really crucial because this is used in Tai Chi. So same movement as mentioned. Now I'm going to switch. Watch my toe. Pivoting on the heel. Again. Pivoting on the heel. Coming in. Pivoting on the heel. Again, pivoting on the heel. So in a way, I close the feet. When I switch, I close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. So that's the movement to switch us from side to side so that we can keep the movement ad infinitum. And you can always, just isolate the feet. You can always just do the hand movement if you like. You can even do this facing forward as well. Breath work stays the same when you come back to center. Inhale. Exhale to the side. Let's bring it to a close. Make that your last repetition. Come back to center. Again, we'll bring the movement to a close. Pausing, connecting with the abdomen, connecting to posture. And as you stand just here, you also kind of want to have that consciousness of keeping the breath cycle in that pace that you have established. So in a way, you connect all the exercises to one another as well, you know, using the breath as in a way that, you know, chain. So to link the exercises. So we'll go to the next movement, pushing the stone tablet. And so if I'm conscious of my breath cycle, and if I'm conscious of my exhale, I can start to move the body with the breath. So for example, in this case, as I'm exhaling, I'm sinking the weight, bending the knees, and then picking up on my inhale, lifting the hands. And exhaling, pushing out for the stone tablet. Turning the torso, opening the chest, pushing the elbow back. And before you let it go, inhale to stretch and exhale to release it. Switching hands, breathing naturally, comfortably. Coming back to switch, give you a side view here. You want to comfortably stretch the tissues. So feel the intuition of the movement and utilize the opportunities to stretch tissues and to open tissues. Everybody is different. So one person might need more stretching in one part of the body in contrast to others. So you want to explore your own body, explore for yourself. You know, we can say generally speaking, this movement's going to open the chest. This movement's going to open the side body of the lower abdomen. It depends. If you have some tightness or stiffness in the arm, you might feel that want to stretch, or that opening. You might feel something in the neck as you turn your head. Watch what happens if we put 1 foot forward. Let's say we put 1 foot forward, do the same movement. And now switch feet. Even as you extend the arms, even lifting the fingers, pointing the fingers up to the sky gives you a stretch. Let's make that the last repetition. Slowly bring the feet together. Bring the movement to a close with relaxed awareness. Connect to your posture. Stay conscious of your breath. Stay conscious of your breath cycle. See if you can remain in a relaxed state. If you need to, see if you can obtain the relaxed state that might be needed. So stay conscious of your breathing. On a exhale that's comfortable for you, you're going to sink your weight, bend your knees to prepare for the next movement. On the inhale, you're going to lift your hands. Exhale, push out. Pushing the hands away, pushing the chest away. Inhale back in. Exhale, push away. Inhale in. Exhale, push. And be conscious of the forward pushing and the back pushing, those two angles. Inhale in. Exhale out. Arc the back to get nice roundness in the back. Sink the weight as you push out. Good. We're going to transition to the next movement. As we inhale and bring the hands in, we're going to exhale and settle the hands down. Inhale, circle the hands forward and up. Exhale, circle the hands back and down. Keeping it continuous. Start to open the chest when you push the hands to the back. Open the chest here. Push the hands down. Circle around the front, relax the shoulder girdle. Inhaling up. Exhaling back and down, opening the chest. Keeping it continuous. Now we're going to spend a few repetitions stretching the hands back so the large rock can spread its wings. You can look up here, keep the chest open. Inhale deeply and stretch. Exhale, release the movement. Couple of repetitions, circling through. Cycling through, I meant to say. On the next one, stretch back and hold it. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, release it. Feel the tissues disengaging, relaxing, releasing. Inhale, hold the stretch. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. A few cycles through the movement. And slowly bring the movement to a close. Hands relaxing at the side. Check in with your posture. Spine erect, vertebrae open, relaxed. Head lifting to the sky, chin slightly tucked in. Connecting to the abdomen, deep abdominal breathing. Okay, we're gonna shake the tail, shake the head, wag the tail, wag the head. Just bring your hands to your knees. Get the weight of the torso off the lower back. Give your lower back a break. You can do a little bit of torso manipulation here. You can open the torso side to side. You can start to wag the tail if you want. And now we'll do the looking side to side, pushing away into the knee as you look to the side. As you do that, try to drop the hips as well. Come back to the center on inhale, slowly. Exhale, switch. You can slightly rise up as you come to the center, inhaling. Exhale. Turn to the side, drop the hips, and push out and away with the knee, into the knee with the hand. Come back to center. Slightly rise up. As you rise up, as you stand here, again, checking in with the body. It's always good to close the eyes as well. Helps to internalize the awareness. Observing interoception. Okay, the last movement, baby bird receives a food. Remember, we're using the shape of an hourglass for visualization. We want to almost keep the elbows fixed where they are. They're sort of like hinges. You're kind of like looking at two French doors from the top. Anybody familiar with French doors? If you're looking at them from the top, they're opening and closing. Palms are facing down to the ground. Fingers are facing toward each other. Bend the knees. Find a nice, comfortable horse stance for yourself. Get the legs involved, sink down. Slowly rise up to lift the hands. Inhaling, exhaling. Down, sinking. Another Qigong principle, using the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth to connect the conception and governing vessel. These large vessels are storehouses for your energy reserves, and the tongue helps to connect them together. Also, as you're doing movement, tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth helps to build saliva. You might have a pool of saliva building in the mouth. Taoists call that the golden nectar, the water qi to tame the fire of the fire qi in the Dantian. As we finish up this session, as we finish up this movement, I want to invite you to count your inhalations, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count your exhalations, 2, 3, 4, 5. With the feeling of calmness, stillness, and relaxation, go ahead and count your breath cycles here. Go ahead and bring this movement to a close. connecting back to posture and connecting back to breath. And I hope you're able to get a good number for yourself. Firstly, I hope you're able to find a nice Qigong relaxed state. That means that the breath cycle is likely longer as you are likely more relaxed. We can't say for sure. We're trying to build the conditions for relaxation. And so that's what we can hope to get better at, is building the conditions for relaxation and flow. And so the breath should mirror that. If the breath is long, smooth, slender, it's likely we're in a relaxed, calm state. It's likely that we're reaching close to the theta state regarding in terms of brain waves, which is fewer thoughts per cycle. And it's always good to count your breaths and see where you're at. So anytime that you feel like you're in a nice relaxed state, go ahead and measure your breaths. Measure your breaths and just kind of keep tabs. You can write it down, however you want to keep track of it. It's always good to just revisit that exercise. And that completes the session for today.